Brad Pitt's Father's Day will come and go, and he might not even hear from his 6 children. The children that the Oscar winner has with his ex-wife Angelina Jolie are gradually revealing which side they've picked, suggesting that things have now reached a breaking point. Even though Jolie, 49, and Pitt, 60, have recently prevailed in a number of court fights, the actress is winning the family war. According to page 6, a number of the Jolie-Pitt kids no longer have Pitt as part of their last name. According to a Pitt insider, she has used the kids as a weapon against Brad. She has separated them from him, adding, "It's extremely upsetting. There is a pattern, she always responds to his legal victories by bringing up the kids." Since their 2016 breakup, the "Once Upon a Time in Hollywood" star and Jolie have been involved in a custody battle, which has gotten progressively worse over time. Pitt obtained a 50-50 custody agreement, which was later revoked in 2021 after being sealed for privacy. But only a few weeks prior, Tony Webb, the family's former security guard, claimed in court filings that Jolie had urged the kids to avoid their father when he was there. And now, according to page 6, their daughter Shiloh Jolie Pitt, who attended home school with her brothers, has filed a formal application to have the Pitt dropped from her last name. Shiloh reportedly paid for and hired her own attorney after turning 18 on May 27, according to several accounts. Page 6 has seen the document that Los Angeles-based attorney Peter K. Levine filed on Shiloh's behalf. Shiloh signed it under her own name, Shiloh Jolie. But according to Pitt insiders, reasonable people should draw their own conclusions as to who was actually behind it, raising doubts about the true motivations behind the action, as reported by page 6. Additionally, we can attest that Maddox, 22, the couple's eldest son, stopped using the name Pitt back in 2021 and now goes by Jolie. Maddox is a 22-year-old student in South Korea who is single. She is identified as Vivian Jolie in the playbill for the upcoming Broadway musical, The Outsiders, which Jolie's 15-year-old daughter Vivian assisted in producing. Knox, her twin brother, may or may not still go by their father's name. Next month, the pair turns 16. Zahara, the 19-year-old daughter of Pitt and Jolie, went as Zahara Marley Jolie when she joined the Spelman College Mu Pi chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha in November. Sun Pax, 20, unleashed a furious tirade on Instagram on Father's Day 2020. "Happy Father's Day to this elite jerk. You consistently demonstrate that you are an awful and vile person," the man wrote. "Your 4 youngest children tremble in fear when they are in your presence, but you show them no compassion or empathy." Following the now famous flight from Nice to the U.S., when Jolie claimed that Pitt had grabbed her by the head and shook her before strangling one of their children and hitting another when they attempted to protect her, Jolie filed for divorce in September 2016. She further asserted that Pitt had poured wine on her and their kids. The Los Angeles County Department of Children and Family Services exonerated him and never brought any charges against him. Since then, the Oscar-winning couple has been at odds about possessions and child custody. The Pitt insider stated, Brad acknowledged that his actions on the plane were inappropriate. He made efforts to better himself. Pitt acknowledged quitting smoking and alcohol in an interview with GQ in 2017, saying, "I don't have that ability to do just 1 or 2 drinks a day. No, it's not my cosmetics. I'm fully committed. And I'm going to hit the earth with my car. I no longer have privileges." Nevertheless, a knowledgeable industry source about Jolie notes that Pitt has never truly shown regret for the events that transpired during the flight. The only minor children who would be subject to a visitation schedule with their father are the twins, Knox and Vivian. But as the Pitt insider acknowledged, it's very difficult when Pitt does get to see his kids. Apart from their custody dispute, Pitt and Jolie have been at odds over Chateau Miraval, their French winery. Pitt claims that Jolie's 2021 $62 million sale to Russian billionaire Yuri Shefler violated their agreement to grant the other party the right of first refusal. The Tomb Raider actress was ordered to submit all of the NDAs she signed with third parties during an 8-year period, starting in 2014, the year they got married, and ending in 2022, by a judge in LA's Superior Court last month. Since Jolie says she backed out of their arrangement because Pitt requested her to sign an NDA as part of their business contract, NDAs have emerged as a major point of contention in the Miraval issue. We've been informed that Jolie is now contesting the judge's ruling about the NDAs. According to Pitt insiders, Jolie ought to have helped develop Miraval for their kids rather than selling her stake at all. There is another Pitt source who claimed, this is just for her benefit. How does selling your portion of Miraval benefit your kids, and how does removing them from their father help them? She has orchestrated or directed everything pertaining to Brad in order to cause him the greatest amount of suffering, regardless of the long-term harm it does to the family. When Miraval was just a business dispute, she brought the family into it and turned it into something more. Pitt is currently shooting an untitled Formula One film and residing in Los Angeles with his jeweler girlfriend Ines de Ramon. Jolie, along with daughter Vivian, looked victorious as they cheered on Kristen Bell on the opening night of the LA revival of Reefer Madness, the musical, on May 31st. Despite all of these attempts to keep him away from his children, he has consistently refused to comment on anything relating to his children or to say anything negative about their mother, the Pitt insider claimed. Regarding his children's future, his friends have urged him to hold on to the hope that things will turn around. The Pitt insider stated, he can only hope that they will forget a relationship as the kids get older and end up having a life as their own.